Today is August the 20th, Thursday, 2026. It's about 2 o'clock p.m. And I just finished tending to the chickens, the chicken area, wet everything down. It's about 83 degrees here in the Santa Cruz, California mountains. I'm actually getting a really nice breeze right now. Been sweating for the last hour, and yeah, so chickens are doing great. They've got all the greens that we planted for them. This is a fast growing vine. I've talked about that. That was in a little pot about a year ago. Now look at it. We've cut it back so many times. It's the Red Rover passion fruit. And we've got the blue cornflower there and the lavender there. And the chickens do come out. They come out and frolic. But we have had coyotes, a couple of coyotes the last month or two. And so I won't let the chickens out right now, but they're actually pretty comfortable in here. Let's see. So this is their play area. Hi, Rooster. Hi, Red. There's Red. Red has his own tomato plant growing. So we just dug for worms, wet everything down, and they love to just frolic. All of this was planted from seed. Look at the sunflower. We've got some little birds in here too, some sparrows that they make their way in. This is that sunblock. And we give them rice hulls and their feed. Today they got some organic chunky beef dog food, and they really actually passed it up. They ate just a little bit of that. It's really Oliver's food, our dog, but sometimes we do supplement. They get watermelon, apples, blueberries. What else do you get, Mercy? What else do you get, Mama? What else do you get? She's staying cool in the dirt. That's how they cool down. So they just dug for worms here. Now, these are the sunchokes, this big green area, and so underneath there's going to be sunchokes, like potatoes that you can cook. Once these start to wilt over, you will get the potatoes underneath. Towards the end of the season, sunchokes are in the sunflower family, so they look similar to sunflowers. And again, you just pull them up, and there's going to be potatoes in that planter there. Isn't that so, Blondie? We've got more sunchokes here. You can tell they go up to the ceiling. I started planting these 5 years ago when we lived in Vacaville, and I really like them for the hedge of protection that they place around the chickens. The chickens, if they did not have this enclosure, I would plant these all over the place so they could hide under them and they could be safe from the hawks. There's the sun. See, you can see how they sprawl out and just grow. You guys, stop fighting. And then this is the mint, and that's in a pot and in the ground. That is in a pot. It's doing wonderful. I actually take that and put it in their chicken coop, where they lay the eggs. And I take the marigolds, the dried marigolds, and I put them all over where the girls lay the eggs, because they're pretty pungent smells, the mint and the marigold. So the mites don't like those, so I do that. I take the herbs and reuse them. So there's the shade. They get tons of shade in here. This is my apple tree that fell over because of the moles. So I dragged it down here and it survived. I'm glad I didn't toss it in the, I'm glad I just didn't toss it. There's one apple. That's a squash plant that I forgot I planted in there. So that's growing. Not sure we're going to get butternut squash or spaghetti squash. We'll see. There's the jasmine. And there's a blackjack rooster. Hi, buddy. Just went down his area and he got a couple of handfuls of peanuts and some beef. Hi, buddy. He destroyed his nasturtium in there. They got their fans going. Yeah, there was a coyote here this morning, so Oliver had to chase him off. This is a beautiful sunflower. I planted this from seed and it survived, and I think it's called like, oh gosh, I can't remember, like bear or fluffy bear. I don't remember. But it's the first one that I planted of this kind. It's so pretty. So pretty. It's actually survived. In the chicken area. Wow. So pretty. I got back from Kentucky and Jim's like, it bloomed. And I'm like, what in the world? Teddy bear. That's what it's called. Teddy bear sunflower. I am going to plant this again if we're still here next year. Actually, you can still plant the sunflowers, and they're popping up everywhere. They're popping up everywhere, all over the ground. They're popping up now because of the seeds. So, yeah, it's so wonderful. These made a little tunnel. The other chickens are in there with their rooster. I just wet that area down. Oh, you're a nosy little boy, aren't you? And they come out here and play. That's the truth. You guys come out here and play through here. What are you doing, Tunya? Hi, Mommy. Hi. What you doing? What you doing? We can't keep them together, otherwise they fight. So yeah, there's going to be food under all this greenery here. And they get to hide, and this is just their play area. There's more food. These stalks grow tall, and there's going to be food under there. So if you want pretty sunflowers and a hedge and food, and then plant sunchokes, also known as Jerusalem artichokes. And they'll grow back every year. They will just multiply. You'll never have to plant them again. This is a borage. In here somewhere, there's a borage. And there's a tomato. Oh, here's the borage. Here's the borage plant. And that was just some seeds that I threw in here and they must have taken. So we'll have a million seeds. This is a tomato plant that's in here. I haven't trimmed it back. We've got tons of blossoms there, the yellow ones. And then we've got peas. This is a pea plant, all these flowers. So we've got, I'm sorry, beans. I say that every single time. They're growing out and over the, it passed the roof. So yeah, it's just so fun to see all the fruit. There's Noah, and he's under his vine. And then we've got, that's the, oh, there's a little sparrow in here. What are you doing? What are you doing? He's like, I'm partaking. Are you partaking? Here's our squash, spaghetti squash. That's growing. That's out of the compost pile there. Orange blossom, or orange citrus tangelo tree, and then that's the vine from the other side. That's the bean plant. So they get tons of shade. I'm definitely growing cucumbers next year. I'm definitely growing squash, tomato, and so once the tomatoes start coming in, they can just pick off of the tomato plants. There's one in here, like I said. And they actually do sit up on their perch area and they pick the plant clean. You can tell, see? They pick it clean. Yeah, Noah, you happy? So the girls are just kind of here, there, and everywhere. What are you ladies doing? Just chilling? Chilling? Yeah. Good girl. What's the matter, Noah? You tell him. Yeah, you tell him. What you doing, Whitey? You guys just chilling? Yeah, they're happy girls. So you can see that breeze. I think they're under a tunnel. They are under a tunnel. Tunnel of plants. You guys gotta stay in there. We're on, there's Oliver. We're on coyote watch. We'll show you really quickly Red Rooster, his tomato plant. Hi buddy, hi. You see, these are all the baby sunflowers that I told you. I didn't plant them, the seeds must have fell in here and they start to grow. And they're all over, you can see, they're all over the ground. That's what the Lord does. Comfrey, I chop that up and give it to them. And this is his tomato vine that I just trimmed it way back yesterday. And it has blooms and actual tomatoes. So he'll be able to pick his own tomatoes. Yeah, all these will be tomatoes. Okay, it's a wrap. I'll get going. And you all enjoy your day.